What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Risky Ryan Trades. I am Ryan. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to be taking a look at SOFI, and it has held this level right here. Before I dive into it, disclaimer, this is for entertainment. This is my opinion. This is not to be construed as financial advice. Trading is risky. Practice wise trading habits, and if you lose money based on things that I say in this video, you can't sue me. That's on you. Okay, with that out of the way, if you watched my previous videos, I was noticing that we were finding pretty decent support on this Gann angle, and I saw some MACD crossover action happening. We've also, you can see, I didn't even notice this. I think it formed before I could even, just a couple days ago, it happened, but we have an upside down head and shoulders pattern that formed, and we've kind of broken the neckline here. We had this spinning top yesterday and then a strong push up. Next level of resistance is the Gann arc, major level of resistance, I should say, and that sits right about 740-ish, and it curves down, so it gets lower as time goes on. Next, I want to take a look at my chart here. And what we're doing right now is we're looking at the daily. You can see here, before I dive into this, or look at the candlesticks, notice on the daily we had this MACD crossover that was starting to occur. And during this time, it was trying to hold that Gann level. And that's how I knew, or I had a great hunch, that this was about the bottom. And so that's why I held even despite all this. I even added some shares and caught a bit of a trade, pulled it off in this spinning top. Might put them back on if I see continuation through the cloud. Also, notice this red line right here. This is the low of this cycle right here. And today, I should say, it served as support along with the Kijinsen. So we have a lot of support now at the 675 level. But we are now going to start bumping our head against the cloud, against this fib level, and the 50-day moving average, which sits at about 713. If we can close over all these three, get in the cloud, we're going to be looking really strong. It's going to be tough to get out through the cloud, but if we can get through the cloud, that might be the momentum that we need to get into the Gann arc at about 744. So, is this too late to get into? That's for you to decide. We are a little bit extended. However, the daily MACD just started to curve up, and I would not be surprised if we have a big push. If we could push through with momentum, you could see an outsized push well into the arc. We might even try to fight for 750, and then you might see, some chop. If we can get into the arc, that'd be huge for SOFI. But no, I don't think that this move is over by any means. However, if I were to enter a brand new position and try to see if I could get a little bit of this action, I would be on a much smaller time frame. I would be on the 4 hour. I would be on the 1 hour. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, so you can see here, once you break through the cloud like we did here, either it rejects or you get a big candle, and then it never looked back. It just kept flowing. The hourly is a little bit cooked, but it's taking healthy dips. It's a pretty solid bull run that we had over the last few days, as you can see. I'm really looking at this 709 level as a critical level because it does align with getting into the cloud. Like if we can get up and the 50-day. So if we can get up and over, 710, if we get 713, 14, and the momentum is not slowing down, it's looking really good. You do have resistance at 728, so the fight for 725 is sure to be tough. That being said, you know, if we can push over 7 and we start flipping these resistance levels, we're going to be, you know, we're going to be over 7 then. I mean, it all depends on how, you know, how it comes through, you know, like right here, like, you know, you could have said, oh, we closed over the moving average, and then the very next day we closed under, and then we closed over, and then we closed over, and we closed under, you know, like this was chop. But now we're in an upswing, and these parabolic SARs, you can see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like these can last a while. This one lasted a really long time. The last upswing was only 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days before it came back down. But we came up and touched $8 before, you know, once we flipped it, you know, $7.50 to $8. It's a, you know, what is that? That's like, it's a 3.7% gain in 3 days. So, yeah, I mean, and you probably wouldn't have got in on this candle. It was ugly, but once we closed back up and over, you might have re-entered, and that's a 7% gain in 2 days. So I'm loving this trade. I'm not going to make any, you know, this level right here, 683, and the Kijinsen, it's got to hold. But based on the indicators, I like what I'm seeing. So we'll have to see what it looks like going into open. If we get like a really strong push, you know, like this 680, you know, 679, call it, is probably a proper stop loss area, you know, like at this stage in the swing. But I like what I'm seeing. We got the new, you know, interest rates are going to be coming down, and there's a rotation into regional banks, you know, like there's a lot of things going for this move, and I really can't wait to see what happens. You know, the RSI on the daily is not cooked either. You know, on the weekly, it's like 47. Also, the MACD on the weekly, we're about to get a crossover. So, you know, $10 is not out of the question. We were there before. To begin the year, we were right there at $10. You know, this $7 mark, though, if we can get, you know, up here and in the arc and everything, $7 is hopefully the new area of support for this stock. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. I hope, you know, I wish you all good luck on your trading. Yeah, this weekly, look at this. So the parabolic SAR has not yet broken for the weekly. Where does that sit? 705. So if we can tap 705, the parabolic's going to flip around, and that can often lead to moves. I mean, right here we broke it, and we pushed super high before, you know, coming back down to it. So, you know, you don't always want to wait for it to come back down to touch it before exiting. You know, this can inform your stop losses, but don't forget to take profits if it just gets ridiculous. But that being said, whenever it does get broken, there often is a big move, especially after a long way down like this. So I'm really looking forward to next week. Yeah, this thing closed over this big, you know, where this big ugly candle opened. We're up into this area right here. So I love it. I'll say it one more time. I love it. Okay. I hope you loved the video. I hope you got value out of the video. If you did, why don't you hit the like button? It helps the algorithm. You know what else helps the algorithm? When you become a subscriber and you watch more of my videos. If you've seen a few of my videos in the past and you find yourself coming back, I would love to see you as a subscriber, and I would love to see your comments below if there's another stock you'd like me to take a look at. Be sure to check out my weekly recaps. I do take a look at all the Magnificent Seven, as well as some other major names in the market. And with that being said, thank you very much. Risky Ryan out.